Yo, you already know who it is, the Kid Hustle Man Fest. Right now, I need you to like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you like the interviews, if you like the content, if you want us to interview more of your favorite artists, more of your favorite influencers, more of your favorite reactions, I need you to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel right now. We're on our road to 5K. At 5K, we're giving away something super special. Make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel right now. Yo, you already know who it is, the Kid Hustle Man Fest. I got a special guest with me who I have with me.
That's right, Hustle Man, too. I'm Mark Curry. That's right, from Hangin with Mr. Cooper, the real hustle man. Hustle Man! That sounds like a 70s movie, Hustle Man. He's back, he's black, and he's bold. He's ready to go. Hustle Man.
How you feeling today, first of all?
I feel great. I'm always feeling great. Every time I wake up, I feel good, baby. You know what I'm saying?
I see you've been outside. You've been in D.C., you've been in Baltimore. You've been just doing your thing.
I'm out there on the streets, selling my comedy.
Yeah.
It's like blue magic. It's like blue magic. Everybody need it. No.
I mean, you've been in the game for a long time. What can people expect when they come to a Mark Curry comedy show?
Well, you're gonna expect some funny comedy. You're gonna expect some takes on life.
Yep.
Just talk about the city. I try to be funny. I try to be spontaneous. I try to mess with the audience. I just try to be crazy,
Okay.
without hurting nobody.
How do you feel, like, as far as saying the hurt piece, how do you feel as far as the comedy world, what it is today?
I don't care. I don't even look at anybody. My game is so low. I don't care about none of these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I'm in the game. I'm doing what I do.
Yeah.
I stay in my lane. And so I don't, criticize. I don't even look at no other comedian.
Okay.
Really, the game is what is you.
Yeah.
So I don't care what they do.
Now, you're a staple in the community with Hangin with Mr. Cooper.
Yes.
I don't think that is a show that will ever die. What kind of happened to black sitcoms in your eyes?
Well, I look at the black sitcoms. The dudes, they're Martin was funny. I was funny.
Yeah.
Will Smith was funny. And it's the talent. You look at these sitcoms, the sitcoms are basic sitcoms. Two people, but you have to make it funny. So I think it's the talent. I think the talent pool, I think, social media made comedians move faster than the average comedian. It took me a long time to get established.
Yeah.
But now these guys are getting established in 1 year, and they think they popping. They think they got material. They think they can do a show, but it's booty. It's not good.
As someone who's been through the comedy game a lot, acting in movies and things of that nature, seeing how people throw salt and dirt on Tyler Perry's name and he's just trying to build up the black community, how does that make you feel as somebody who's been in the game for a long time?
I don't have nothing to do with him. I don't know anything about what they do to him or anything about him, so I can't speak on him. I don't know.
We'll speak to the black actors, the growth that from when you started acting to now seeing what actors are, now in 2025, as far as the pay and things of that nature, from when you started to now, how does that like, you being a pioneer kind of, how does that make you feel?
What, that the actors are getting paid more?
Yes.
Or what?
Yes.
Getting paid more?
Yes.
Oh, it's great to get paid more to do the craft. I'm fortunate because I do what I want to do.
Yeah.
I don't accept roles that I don't, feel that they're demeaning to me, to my black community. I try to be a positive role model. I was an educated human being, and so too many times we got too many buffoonery in television with blacks. Every time you see a black commercial on McDonald's, we singing. We got to be the hungriest people in the world. I'm so hungry. I need some McDonald's. I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
So every time you see the black man, he's hungry for the woman. Damn, she hella fine. Damn. So, I just try to bring a civilized, approach to my culture.
Yeah.
We are beautiful people, but in Hollywood, we are still, thieves, buffoons, and all of that.
What's your definition of success? Has it changed since you entered the game and from where you are now, or is it still the same definition of success to you?
Success to me is longevity.
Okay.
Longevity in anything is success.
Listen, this episode is sponsored by DPJ Houses. Listen, DPJ Houses is a one-stop shop for anybody looking to sell any property in any condition. I don't care if the property is abandoned. You ain't sitting in 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Doesn't matter. DPJ Houses has solutions for you. Also, if you lost a loved one and you inherited a property just because that you were their family member, you live thousands of miles, hundreds of miles away, even if you live in the same state and you just don't want the problems of maintenance in that property, DPJ Houses has solutions for you. If you're behind on your mortgage and you're just looking to get from underneath that mortgage, it's just stressing you out, and you're ready to let go of that mortgage, listen, DPJ Houses is where you need to go. If you're behind on taxes, the water bill is just too high for you, and you just don't know what to do, DPJ Houses is exactly where you need to go, and they'll give you a cash offer. They just need a little bit of information about your property, bedrooms, bathrooms, what you want to do, what your end solution is, how much are you looking for to get out the property. They'll work with whatever you got going on. Again, it's a cash offer, DPJ Houses. If you want to submit any information or if you want to just send them your address for them to look at it and have a conversation with them, call them at 443-526-3369, or you can email them at dpjhouses@gmail.com. That's dpjhouses@gmail.com. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. If you're in the 50 states, if you're not in the 50 states, DPJ Houses is there to help. Again, 443-526-3369, dpjhouses@gmail.com.
Personally, I don't, in a field that you want to be in, longevity. I've been doing this long time.
Yeah.
And so, I feel that's a success. I'm still a rookie. I still have a lot more to do and a lot of other things to do. I'm not even finished yet. I didn't even touch the surface of what I can do.
I had an interview with Tommy Davidson earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
He was just telling me about the scene on Martin with him was all improv.
Right.
Was any of that hanging with Mr. Cooper improv, or was it
all of it was improv?
Everything?
Everything we did was improv because you had to improv because the scripts were basic white scripts.
Okay.
So you had to, they're talking about school or whatever. So I had to improv to put myself into the script.
Yeah.
The scripts are words. You can't change the words, So, say 90% was improv, improv with the words. When I did the Jamie Foxx episode, Sergeant Easy, get your stuff together, boy. That was complete improv.
Really?
That was one take improv. One take. Only one take. I told him I'm going to do one take of this because I knew my lines. I knew everywhere I needed to go. And in comedy, what they don't understand, in even Hollywood, you can't do two takes of some of this spontaneous stuff that I do.
Yeah.
I can come in here and do something crazy. I can't do it again.
Yeah.
I can't just duplicate me jumping up there, jumping over. I can't do that. So one take. I told him one take. So even with when I did Martin, the lawyer, one take. Mr. Cooper, all those Warrior episodes, one take. One take.
Was it hard kind of convincing the producers and things like that?
I only did one take. I didn't care. I wasn't going to do it again. So, I didn't give a fuck.
In a couple words, man, what does comedy mean to you?
Comedy means to me is taking the ability to make people laugh. Not feel uncomfortable, but make them laugh wholeheartedly when they come into a room, like for an hour or half an hour, just to make, or 15 minutes, just to make somebody laugh. Imagine that you're making them laugh at something you said.
Yeah.
That's comedy, which is incredible. I think that's incredible that you can make somebody laugh. That's crazy.
Now, I ask everybody who sits in this chair this question. And I know you're here for a short time, not a long time.
Uh-huh.
You got a day that you're born, right? And then everybody has the day that you in, whatever you believe in. At the end of that, only thing you have left of that is that dash on that tombstone. It's gonna say the day that you was born and the day that you left. How do you want?
Funny?
How do you want to be remembered?
What's funny? He was funny. Funny as hell. What's up?
That's it.
That's it. He was funny. He made me laugh. Every time you see me, I want to say, that dude made me laugh. That dude is comical. That's a blessing to me.
That's it.
That's it.
Simple and easy like
Simple. He met Mark Curry, made me laugh. He was funny as hell.
Now, you have tons of guests on your show. Tupac, Jamie Foxx, Shaq, Don Cheadle, Tyra Banks, Raven Simone, Gary Payton. Were any of those more special than the other?
Who was special? on the show?
Yes.
The most special? Wow. Julius Irvin was on my show, Dr. J.
Yeah, Dr.
So
J.
he was one of my idols growing up. So to manifest and to be able to bring him on was an honor. Julius Irvin, I had Coach John Thompson. I had some great guys on. A lot of the people who came on my show, people don't realize, was their first time on television.
Yeah.
First time on television, Chris Tucker on my show, Tyrese on my show, any black female coming up on my show, most of them. So it feels good that, all of them were special because you see them, Megan Good, you see them go on and do something else. So the special people, I think, Julius Irvin was very special. He was very special. I guess they all were special, but I guess Dr. J on my show was one of the greatest. I had Dr. J on my show.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I grew up on you.
Oh, thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So,
thank you.
So this moment really means something to me that you actually came in and was able to sit down with me. Because again, like this is something that I watched growing up.
Oh, that's
and so
beautiful.
When they told me you coming in, I said, listen, I got to set up. I got to be ready.
You
I got to
do that.
I got to be prepared. So I genuinely appreciate you sitting down with me.
Appreciate you, sir.
Is there anything you want to tell the people before you get out of here?
Go to The Real Mark Curry on Instagram. That's my social media, and follow me. My site is just fun. I just to try to do the craziest thing. I have no message.
Yeah.
Brothers, I don't do all that. Just to have fun. Look for me to come back to television. I really want to come back to television, and I want to do a movie. These are things that escape me that I want to do. These are some of the things that I want to do. And I still cut my own grass. Believe it or not, I got my own lawnmower and I cut my own grass. So people don't know that about me.
Speaking of movies, last question: you and Young Dolph had a movie that you guys.
How'd you know that?
I do good research.
How'd you know that?
You and Young Dolph had a movie that you guys were writing. I want to ask you a 2-part question, and this will be the last.
Yeah.
What was that movie about?
Young Dolph, baby.
What was that movie about? And then, how did you feel when you found out that he passed away?
Well, the movie that me and Dolph were talking about was I can't say what the plot was, but it was a great movie. I was gonna play his dad. Which is incredible. And young Dolph was so intelligent, and he was going to direct it. He was so intelligent. And when I was talking to him about the movie, we were talking about budgets. He said, Mark, hey, budget ain't no thing. We going to get them. So he wanted to get the best actresses. He did all his videos. All those videos, Dolph did those videos. He did his own videos. He taught me how to do it. And so, it would have been a great movie. I think it would have been a great movie. And when I heard about Dolph, it was, just devastating. Just like hearing so much devastation coming from the black community, you brace yourself for these stories, and you kind of, if you live in the hood, this is what we have to deal with, this type of violence that is so impactful for our psychological health and everything else, but we never go to the doctor and getting psychological treatment. So it's just almost part of life. My nephew got killed when I was on Mr. Cooper, but shot by the police. It was like, oh my God, So these are things that growing up in the hood, I saw, how many people we got seen shot. How many people I've seen dead in my neighborhood. My neighbor next door shot, boom, shot. Every block I go to, somebody got shot on my block. So it's something we have to deal with that is, which is really, really crazy. That's why I go out and shake people's hands and say what's up to the community, because we're shook all the time. We've been shook. We're always shook. And I know my community is hurting. Yeah. I know my community is hurting. So I try to just be a piece of joy and say, what's happening? How you doing?
Yeah.
It means a lot.
Man, it's crazy because I have that conversation a lot with people within the black community, is that we have so much trauma.
Oh my God.
That we don't even know it's trauma.
Yeah.
We're so used to going to funerals. We're so used to knowing somebody was shot and going to hang in the same spot that they was shot at a week later after they cleaned the blood off. Yeah. We're still standing right there.
Same liquor store. Staying at that liquor store.
But if you ask, I don't want to say this, but I have to say this, but if you ask a white person and you tell them, like, this is what I'm going through, they say, hey, man, you might be diagnosed with something. You might need to go see a therapist.
We don't have that. I never seen a therapist in my whole life. I wanted to, But being famous was very difficult. You know, I walk into a therapist. I remember the first lady said, "Mr. Cooper." I said, "Okay, that ain't the place for me."
Yeah.
Then another one I looked at, okay, you can go to the psychiatrist. Let me talk to him. I looked at the piece of paper. They said, "We can use this as a training purpose." No, thank you. So we got Mr. Cooper here on the training thing, you know. So it's something I never went to. So I medicate myself, through mental healing, keeping me going through Hollywood. Because only you going to support yourself. I don't want to go and be on some pills or anything. I want to be, 100%. I don't want to be on no, I see all these guys who were depressed. They got on these pills. They stopped taking the pills. They killed themselves.
What's the toughest part about being famous for so long and being in Hollywood?
Is that the tough part is that you don't have any privacy, no privacy. So you got to realize that every time I step out the house, you got to be on, because that one person that you meet that you don't want to talk to or you don't want to get an autograph, they're going to hate you for life.
Yes.
Hate you for life. So you try to, when you're eating, you just try, but I look at it that I'm blessed that these people are coming up to me. So it's just difficult that you don't have any privacy. So imagine wherever you go, people know you.
Yeah.
Wherever you go. And they're not going to always say they know you. I was on the plane sitting next to this white guy the whole time. I thought the dude was mean. At the end, I took my glasses off. He said, "Are you Mr. Cooper?" Oh, my,
Yeah.
So you don't know. You don't know who's looking at you. So imagine everybody always looking at you. So that's it's not hard, but it's part of life.
My guy, Mr. Cooper.
That's right.
Mark Curry.
In the game.
NBA player. Nobody knows that.
Still got that jam.
Still one of the funniest comedians 40 years later.
I know, 40 years later.
Still doing
I'm
his thing.
still a rookie, though. I'm still a rookie. I'm still learning.
If you can give me one piece of advice that can help me continue to stay on my journey, what would that advice be?
Manifest your dreams and don't let your dreams, you're gonna have bumps in the road, but manifest that dream. You can do anything you want. If you think about it and you want to do it, say that's what you want to do and don't let nothing stop you. Excuse me. You can do it. You can do whatever you want to do. The Lord has blessed me in my life with everything that I wanted in life. Imagine that. Everything I wanted, from materialistic, I had everything that a human being can have, from boats, cars, materialistic to I don't even know, whatever. I had it. I've been around the world. I've met people. I was on television. I 5 years on the television show. I did a movie. I did everything that I wanted to do. And so I'm blessed. And so all you got to do is manifest and say, this is what I want to do, stick with it, get a plan, and stay with it. And every day, think about it, whatever it is, and it will come around and will happen.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Where can they follow you at one more time?
The Real Mark Curry on Instagram. The Real Mark Curry on Instagram. And follow me, people. It's the funniest site there. We love you guys. Thank you very much.
No problem.
It's the dog.